Welcome to another episode of Satchats Short Stacks. Today, we're going to be talking about how our show, Satchats, is just like Bitcoin. And the reason is because we've got rules around here, okay? We're going to talk about three of them. Number one, how we have a podcast for anybody. Just like Bitcoin is for anybody, so is Satchats. It's for anyone. Number two, you can only be on this show once every 9 months. Okay. So we've got some constraints around that. And then finally, number three, we cut our new supply in half at around the same time that Bitcoin goes through its halving. So I'll be your host, Chris, founder and CEO of Ithaca Hummus, proud multi-coiner and Bitcoin smash buyer.
I'm your co-host, Stuart, Bitcoin Maxi.
All right, Stuart. So now that I stumbled and fumbled and mumbled and jumbled through that intro.
So just give me a hop. Yep. Give me a hop and a hip, yep, yep.
Save me. Save me. Okay. All right.
So rule number one, everybody can come on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Foreshadowing, nobody can come on more often than once every 9 months. Everybody can come on the show. Literally everybody can come on the show.
Yeah.
Just like Bitcoin, everybody has access. And we're dead serious. Some of you satillionaires out there don't get it. But two of you have already gotten it. Listened to the show, gone to satchats.com and grabbed your slot in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from a smartphone, from a laptop, from a tablet. You go to satchats.com. There's only one button on the site. You click the button and it's like, all right, which day and time do you want?
Yeah.
And you pick a day and time that works for you.
And then you either log in to Riverside with an invite that we send you, or you show up at the studio and we get to taste hummus together.
Yeah, so that's an important distinction to make, right? If you're in the Raleigh area or can get here,
yep,
then you'll come in the studio, and we love that. If you're like our friend Lucola in New Zealand, then you just jump into our studio software, just like a video call. Yeah. And it's all good.
Let's move to rule number two.
Okay. Yeah, because we're so bad at keeping these short.
Yeah,
so let's keep rolling.
Number two, hit us.
Number two, nobody can come on more often than once every 9 months.
Yeah.
This is like Bitcoin's 10-minute block feature. So Bitcoin automatically adjusts the difficulty of its math puzzle so that it takes about 10 minutes to solve a block, no matter what.
Yep.
To come on this show, you gotta wait 9 months, no matter what.
Yep.
I don't care if you're the Chad Michael Saylor. You are only allowed once every 9 months.
Yeah. In other words, no matter how good your episode or your taping was and how much we've got to resist the urge to say, just come on back next week because we've got so many more questions for you. We have a rule, which is you got to wait 9 months from your initial taping to come back on, and then another 9 months after that before you can come back again.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. I love it. And we've had to practice because number one, Jesse wanted to come right back on with more questions.
Yeah.
And we felt number 8, Keen, was on fire, and we wanted him the following week. And we had to say, those aren't the rules.
Yeah.
Those aren't the rules.
Yeah. All right. What's rule number 3?
Number 3, we will cut our supply in half when Bitcoin cuts its supply in half. So we want to demonstrate to you through the structure of our show what it means for something to have its supply cut in half according to a regular, predictable schedule that is following a rule you can see and plan for.
Yep.
So today we publish 5 episodes each week. It's a daily Bitcoin show. That means there's 260 sat chats per year. We also publish a short stack on Saturday and on Sunday, which means there are 104 short stacks per year. April 2028 is when we are currently calculating that Bitcoin will cut its block reward in half. And what that means is today, when you solve a block, you are rewarded with 3.125 Bitcoin plus transaction fees. And that's a pretty penny in today's fiat terms. But around April of 2028, that supply or that block reward will be cut in half. So you'll go to 1.5625, something like that, plus transaction fees. Okay. So when Bitcoin's supply is cut in half,
New supply.
when its block reward is cut in half, the onward Bitcoin, right? Chris wants to make sure you don't think that we're going to go back and delete half of our shows.
Well, I also want to make sure that you don't think that Bitcoin's supply is going to be cut in half.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
The flow of new supply.
Yeah. And we need to do a short stack on that because people are like, aren't they chopping it in half?
Yeah.
Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
They're not chopping it in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we will do is we will call that, April 2028 forward, we'll call that Epoch 2 of Sat Chats. And then we will put out 130 episodes of Sat Chats per year. We will put out 52 short stacks per year. So you're going to go from a daily Bitcoin show to 2 to 3 episodes per week, depending on how we calculate it. And you'll go from 2 short stacks a week into 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2032 comes around, okay? And we've been doing the show at that point for
almost 8 years, right?
Almost 8 years, right? And we'll go to 65 episodes of Sat Chats per year, which is a little bit more than 1 per week. Whoa. That could just be the live Friday morning show at that point, plus a couple of, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah. And then we would do 26 short stacks, one every other weekend. So give it till 2138, and Chris and I would be like, okay, we just dropped the most recent episode of Sat Chats. We will be releasing the next one 2 years from now. And everybody be like, these dudes are the Chads.
Yeah.
They're disciplined to mold themselves in the shape of Bitcoin to help teach us why it's so important. Is they're gonna cry tears.
Yeah.
At our proof of work.
Yes. Yes.
So let's recap those 3 rules. Why Sat Chats is like Bitcoin.
All right. Number 1, you've got a show that's for everybody. Just like Bitcoin is for everyone, Sat Chats is for everyone. Anyone can come on the show. Rule 2, no one can come back more often than once every 9 months. No more, no less. And number 3, just like Bitcoin's new supply, the block reward gets cut in half every 4 years approximately, the number of episodes that we release will be cut in half every 4 years at the same time as the Bitcoin halving. So this has been another episode of Sat Chats Short Stacks. We thank you for being with us and must remind you that Sat Chats is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice. See you on the next one.